So ladies and gents, we did it again. We passed phase 2 in one trade. Let's get into the video. Okay, so this is still the same challenge that I passed in one trade in the phase 1. Now I also passed it in phase 2 in one trade. Again, same as last time. I did took 2 losses to begin with, and then the third trade took me from those 2 losses all the way up to passing my challenge. So basically again, technically it's not one trade, but theoretically it is. So let's go over the trade that took me over that 5% mark. Right here, it was on GJ. On my favorite friend GJ. Okay, let's go. So we had this massive impulse last week. This was the 15th of March. We had this massive sell-off, right? We took out the lows right here. We're on the 1 hour right now, by the way. This is the 4 hour. This is what the 4 hour is looking like. Let me just take a clean shot for you guys. Maybe it is a bit easier. So we had this massive impulse right here, and I'm always looking for market structure. So I'm always looking for market structure and just seeing and observing what price is doing. So when I saw this, I was immediately looking at this impulse right here. So I'm going to take the bigger picture, right? So this is the bigger picture. This is the bigger picture. Maybe even on the daily, it is more easy to explain. Okay, so like this. Right here, as you can see, we had 3 highs on an equal level. So on an equal level, this tells me, okay, price has a hard time to break through this level. It is kind of a resistance level. So after that happened, we broke our previous low right here. So we broke our previous low right here, and we had this massive drop to the downside. This was December of last year. It's massive drop to the downside. So now, okay, whenever you have a trend, it moves like impulse, consolidation, pullback, continuation. That is the most known trend pattern. And if you put it right here, we adjusted a bit, it looks like this, right? So I was like, okay, we have pulled back into this order block right here, daily order block, and we had strong reaction out of this. So then we come to the 4 hour. When we get to the 4 hour, we are going to look for market structure shifts. So right here, this low had been broken. This low had been broken, and this is very important. And even prior to this low had been broken. So right now we have our high, our low, lower high, lower high, lower low, lower low, lower low, lower high, according to the bigger one. So this is the swing point. Lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. Most probably lower low, right? Let me delete everything again. This is market structure. So market structure for me on the daily, on the 4 hour is very bearish. Now we're going to the 1 hour, and this was this impulse. So on the 1 hour, again, resistance area right here. We couldn't break past this area. But what can we pass through is the bottom area. The support line, right? It is just really basic support and resistance, but if you just believe it or not, just look at these charts and observe what is happening. Observe what is happening, and you can't deny certain facts. You can't deny these steps right here. You can't deny these steps right here, okay? So you really can't deny certain things in the market if they're just happening in front of your eyes. So right now, impulse, straight to that support line. We broke our previous low right here. We broke our previous low, so okay. I want to be looking for shorts. Then I just take my Fibonacci tool. For the people that are still wondering what my fib is, by the way, I need to target the low of the low. Perfect. These are my fib settings, so take them over if you want to. Then I'm going to take a stronger and a more precise look. Let me use the replay button for a quick second. Okay, so right now, still on the hourly, I'm seeing we are rejecting this OTE zone. We rejected here, we rejected here, and we came back to reject it once again. This is not my entry time zone. This one will be. And again, a strong reaction and a strong rejection. So now let's go to the 15 minutes real quick. And let's go a bit further. Okay. As you can see, bam, strong reaction to the downside. It leaves a fair value gap right here. It leaves a fair value gap right here. This order block is right here. And we break these lows. We break this consolidation area. So whenever we're in this consolidation area and we break it, it tells me, okay, it wants to go down. If it is for a pullback or it is for a continuation, I don't care, but it wants to go down. So that is what I was anticipating right here. Basically, this was my trade. Really simple, really quick, but I went down on the 5-minute even, I believe, to make it a bit more clean. And I don't know what my exact entry was. Let me check real quick. Let me check real quick so that we have the perfect trade that I took. Okay, so as you can see, this is the account. The entry was exactly here, 584. Bam. The stop loss was 733. 733. Okay, so why my stop loss is here will make sense in a minute. And my entry was at noon, so it was at 12:02 for me. It will be something like this. My stop loss is just above this zone. So right here, what I did to precise my entry even more, I took a fib from here to here. I saw we got a reaction out of this OTE zone right here on the 5 minutes, and we couldn't get past this. So basically what we did is we created this high and we created the lower high immediately after that. I was like, okay, this seems like a very, very good point to enter, and it will be a very precise entry at this point. So this was my trade, and my take profit was based on, I was basically targeting this fair value gap right here. This fair value gap right here at the bottom of this order block. So when we play it through, we can see this got hit to the T and then it reversed on us. But basically I got out at 160.52. So somewhere around here. I got out somewhere around here because the challenge was already hit. And then when we go a bit further, we can see it comes back to entry, it stops us out and then goes for the lows. So this is basically an example that I'm giving you. You don't have to be right on your bias every single time. I was right on my bias because I knew, okay, we can go short from here. But do we need to go short and sweep the lows immediately? No, we don't. I only know that I will have an impulse from this price action right here happening. And this impulse was this. Then we came back to create a new lower high to retest this zone, and then we sold off. We sold off to sweep these lows right here, and then we are going back up to create maybe a new lower high to retest the zone. Whoever knows, maybe even we go bullish from here. I'm not here to assume, I'm not here to predict the markets, I'm just here to trade price action. And this was enough for me. Of course it was enough, it was a 1/10. It was a 1/10, it was an insane trade. I just took a 1/7 home, and that's very nice. So this was basically the project. It is done right now, for YouTube at least. So we have phase 1 completed, we have phase 2 completed. Now I will be getting that payout. I will share the payout, but I will explain everything step by step in that project that I'm making currently. So yeah, this was basically my go-to textbook setup. We went to the 1 hour, we searched for a point of interest area, we looked for price to reject that area on the 15-minute or on the 1 hour, and it did that. Then we waited for 15-minute structure to also align with our bias. It also happens right here. Then we search for an imbalance or an order block that is formed in a place of displacement that is right here. This is our 15-minute fair value gap. Then we go to the 5 minutes, and then we see if we can precise this entry even more. When price came into this imbalance, I was just waiting to see it react on it. It reacted right here. Then I saw that we couldn't break this high again. So this is why I took my entry. I put my stops above these high and I gave it enough room to breathe. If I would tuck it in, it would be a 1/16 and it would be even more crazy. But a 1/10 is already way too crazy for me. So I'm just happy to give it enough room to breathe, because I better give it more room to breathe than get stopped out, right? So this is why I took my entry, and as you see it immediately collapsed. I was like, yo, what the hell is happening? It is crazy. And that is GJ. GJ can be crazy like this sometimes, and that's the power and the beauty, but also the downfall and the difficult part of GJ. But yeah, this was the trade. You can see on the screen that I passed it. You can see the email, you can see the profits, everything like that it's legit passed. If you want me to make more breakdown videos of this, of trades that I'm taking, on my funded accounts, let me know in the comments down below. If you have other ideas or video suggestions, let me know in the comments down below. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're new for more content like this. Guys, I hope you enjoyed once again, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.